Let me catch my breath. Hi guys, welcome back to the Chemically Balanced Black Girl podcast. If you are new here, this show is a collection of visual and audio existential crisis thoughts from a chemically imbalanced black girl who is me, and my name is Zaria. Hi guys, I'm back with another video episode. I'm very excited. I tried to record a video episode for you guys like a day ago, and then my cat started irritating the fuck out of me because they almost knocked my tripod over, and I said, you know what, everybody in this motherfucking house is going to bed. Good night. So we're trying again tonight. Both of them are right here. They're chilling for right now. I swear to God, if they start fucking with each other, because it's like every time I push the button on this camera, it's like, are you ready to rumble? Like they just start fucking up each other, and I don't understand why. But they're laying down for right now, so I'm gonna try to get a hot 30 in for y'all. But how you guys doing? I have a bunch of stuff that I want to talk to you guys about on this episode. First of all, my birthday's coming up. I'm very excited about that. Very excited. Also, I can't tell you guys what I'm doing on my birthday because I genuinely have no idea. Like, I feel like my birthday this year is really gonna test me, you know? I've just been getting a lot of personal stress leading up to my birthday. My birthday's on May 21st, if you didn't know. I'll be 28, which is crazy because I feel not 28, which I don't know how 28 is supposed to be. I'm not even 28 yet, so I don't know. I've never been 28 before, but I just don't feel like I match that. But I guess I do. But you also know, like, I think I look 28. I do think I look 28. I just don't feel 28 because I don't know what it's supposed to feel like I said, because I've never been 28 before. But I feel like I do look 28. And a lot of people tell me I don't, which is a good thing. But the problem is that everybody that's younger than me also look 28. And that's the goddamn issue. That's the problem. I got a cousin right now, 18. She look every bit of 27. Like, what's going on? And it's not even that she grown or anything like that. It's just like, oh, it's something in the milk. Like, it's something in the stat water. Y'all gotta stop drinking that shit. They fucking up. They fucking up something in there. See. Hold on, I'm about to go lock my kids in a room because I hope y'all heard that because I'm not crazy. Like, it's like as soon as I get relaxed into my zone, they start fucking my house up. Hold on. You guys are gonna make mommy beat you on camera, and then everybody's gonna say, "Oh, he's an animal abuser." I'm not an animal abuser. Nobody sees when y'all skyrocket off my fucking head in the middle of the night. Nobody says anything about that. They're a human abuser. Nobody says that shit. Okay. Sorry guys. I had to lock my children up. But what was I talking about? See? Lord have mercy. But anyway, my birthday. Oh yeah, talking about being 28. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Thank you. See? It's the weed. No, just joking. But yeah, the kids look old as fuck now. It's crazy. But I'm gonna try to take myself on a little personal vacation like I do every year. Luckily, that's something that's been constant in my life that I've been able to do consistently since I was about 20. Um, is I try to go either out of state or out of country by myself for my birthday on my birthday. Um, and it's been pretty good so far. We've had a steady 8 years going on, so um, I love it, and I'm really excited. I'm excited about getting older, which is crazy because if you would have met me a couple years ago, bitch, 30 was just not in the ballpark, and now I'm just like, damn, I'm really finna be 30, like, and that makes me, that's such a haunting feeling. Let's just get a little deep for a second. Like, for anybody that is currently suicidal or used to be, like, even in those little pockets of where you're enjoying life, or if you're somebody like me who is just like, all right, let's give this life shit a try, there's still that line though. You know what I'm saying? Do you get paranoid when you start to be like hopeful? I know that sounds so crazy, but it's just like I feel like somebody was like, "Nah, this what you wanted, right?" Like I just feel like, I don't know, like anytime I start to feel like, "Damn, my life is going pretty well," or like I start to feel like gratitude, I'm just like I feel like somebody about to hit me, like, because I used to want to die so bad, bro, like really, really bad, like real bad. So I don't know. Hopefully that feeling goes away because I don't know what it is. I don't even know what to call it, but it's just like don't, no, I'm sorry. Why do I feel bad about enjoying my life or like looking forward to life? That's such a fucked feeling. And I'm doing it to myself, like it's all in my brain and I know that, but so was wanting to kill myself. So it's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing. Like no matter what I do, I'm gonna be fucked up. That's so crazy to think. But at least I know that. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here like, no, I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm not fine. I'm funny though, so hey, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be fucked up, you at least gotta be funny. Or, or smart as fuck. I am not that smart. I can spell a whole bunch. I can read the fuck out of a book, but I don't know. I don't know if I would classify that as smart. But guys, I want to get a little personal in this episode. I want to talk to you guys about some of the things that's been bothering me lately in my personal life. Because I feel like I've been keeping you guys like aloof, and the whole point of this podcast was so that I could express my feelings to see if anybody else have ever had that feeling. So you hear my cats fucking up my bedroom? Crazy. Um, so I've been having some difficulties with my birth mom, and I know I can hear you guys now like, why do you keep talking to this bitch? I don't know, because I think as much as I love cutting people off and for people to give me a reason not to ever talk to them again, I also am a victim of self sabotage. So it's just like, if I know something is gonna hurt me, I don't know. I don't know. Like sometimes, like I just said, like sometimes I feel like I deserve to be hurt. So I just be like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm fucked up. But so I know I've gone no contact with this woman more times than I can fucking count. But when my grandma passed away, we kind of just, it just kind of happened. I'm talking to her like she my girlfriend, but we just kind of started talking because she lost her mom. I lost literally my best friend. So, we kind of leaned on each other. Started talking on the phone, texting each other and stuff like that, just to keep each other comfort. Because losing my grandma was absolutely crazy. Like, that was crazy. That was crazy. It was crazy. Um, so yeah. And then, ooh, I have to get y'all on a Patreon because there's so much deeper shit that I want to say about my family, but I just can't because I don't want that to be on the internet for free. But they did some real odd shit after my grandma died, right? Which is cool. I charged it to the game. A few weeks ago, or maybe last month, on the 1st, it was my grandma's like death anniversary. She's been dead for a year, April 1st, last month. And I woke up at like 7. Or no, my mom called me and she woke me up. 7 a.m. I was emotional the day before. So, of course, I was emotional on the 1st. And my mom calls me. I'm in my bed, sleep, cried myself to sleep, eyes all puffy and shit like that. I pick up the phone. Hello. She's like, hey, like, how you doing? How you feeling? And I'm like, bitch, I'm sick to my stomach. I'm gonna kill myself. Like, like, why would you ask me that? You know? So, but I didn't say that. I was like, I'm good. I'm as doing good as I can, being sad. So we have this nice, sweet conversation. We were talking about stories from my grandma, reminiscing all this stuff, like cool, 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 chopping it up. It get around 9 o'clock. Mind you, I told her she called me at 7. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna let you go because I gotta get started my day. Like, I gotta do laundry. I gotta like clean my shit. Like, I gotta start my day. I gotta go to the gym. Like, I gotta do a whole bunch of shit, and I gotta go to work later. Crazy. She was like, well, I don't want to get off the phone. Okay, that's what I say. Okay, I'll just put you on speaker and I'll just start doing my shit while we on the phone, knowing damn well I want to hang up, and I should have hung up, and I fucking should have hung up. This is why you do not listen to this side. You listen to this side. I should have hung up. So I put it on speakerphone. I'm starting to wash dishes. I'm separate my clothes, do laundry and shit like that. Get my cats together, sweeping and shit like that. I'm just doing house shit. So she's telling me stories, and I'm like partially listening, and shit. I'm like, uh huh, damn, I know that's right. Giving her all my buzzwords and shit, right? So I lock in when she start out of nowhere, bitch, out of absolutely nowhere. She start going off like, yeah, because your depression, mind you, this is when I started listening. I don't know what the fuck she was saying before. I should have locked in a lot sooner, but that was your depression didn't start until after you started living with my adopted parents. I'm like, sweet. I turned my head to that motherfucking phone. I go pick that phone up. I was like, what? What'd you say? She go, yeah, you were never a depressed child. Your depression didn't kick in until after you started living with them. I was like, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? That's what it said. I was like, who you talking to right now? Are you talking to me? Like Zaria? And she was like, yeah. I was like, that's so not true. And she was like, it is true. This is what my mom said, y'all. This is the woman who gave me life. She goes, it is true because I had friends that were therapists that y'all didn't know about come to the house and talk to y'all, and afterwards they never said that you showed any signs of being depressed. I said, okay, I'm gonna tell you two things. Okay, one, this is what I said verbatim. The first thing, I don't know if you think this, but tricking the motherfucker who went to school for psychology and never got a degree in it to come talk to your kids about some shit that you can't talk to your kids about, and they're reporting back to you as if all three of these kids don't know what the fuck going on, is not putting your kids through therapy. So I don't want you to think that you gave us any type of therapy or you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to think that you got us any type of verbal or mental stimulation or help. I don't want you to think that because you never did. I know exactly what friend you're talking about, and that nigga was not a therapist or a psychiatrist of any of the sort. He went to school for psychology and didn't finish. So take that dip off your chip because we knew that. Second, there was nothing you could have done. This is what I'm telling my mom. I was like, there was nothing you could have done with us as children to get us to open up to you. Me specifically, you know what I'm saying? Because I learned how to cope and shut the fuck up emotionally very young. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that when I had big emotions, mommy had even bigger, worse emotions. So you know what I'm gonna do with my emotions? Cut the motherfuckers off. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's not have none of those. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, we're not supposed to have none. Every time I show something, this bitch gotta overpower me and mad. Like, damn, I told you I broke my toe. Why the fuck are you? Why am I about to get a beating? You know? So that's horseshit. She keep going. Um, well, I just don't believe that, and da 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 da. And I'm like, I can tell you my first memory of me thinking I had depression. I can tell you right now. And she was like, well, what was it? And I tell her this story. I don't know if I ever told this story up here, but I'm pretty sure I did, like in a deep, deep, deep episodes. I'm pretty sure I have. So this is when we were living in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I had got out of school. This is the one of the only times me and my sister and brother went to the same school because we all went to three different schools. Why? I don't know. This bitch was out of her fucking mind. Three different school districts, mind you. So we all get out of school. We get off the bus. As soon as I get off the bus, I immediately go to my friend's house. My friend's house, the front of her yard, I could see it from the back of my house. So I used to just hop the gate, go straight to her house, right? I was at this bitch's house from like 2:30 because we got out of school at 2. So from 2:30 to like 7, that's when my mom got off work, right? So because in her front yard is my backyard, I could see my mom pull into the house, right? And I'm like, okay, bitch, I gotta go. I hop the gate. My mom sees me coming from the backyard. Me and my mother walk into the house at this. I still have my motherfucking book back on, right? Never took it off. Never even walked in this house. From the school bus, I went to my friend's house. Me and my mom walk in the house at the same fucking time. Hey, mommy, you know. I go to the bathroom because I'd have been outside all goddamn day. Book bag dirty from being in the sand. You know what I'm saying? We was out there wrestling and shit. I go to the bathroom. I gotta pee, wash my hands and shit like that. I guess while I was in the bathroom, my mom went into the living room and somebody had pissed on the chair in the living room. I don't know nothing about this because I was outside all goddamn day. The only people that were in the house were my older sister and my older brother. So I guess while I was in the bathroom doing my shit, they told her that I pissed on the couch, which tracks because I did have a little bit of a pissing problem at the time, you know what I'm saying? But I was a traumatized child, okay? And it was only at nighttime. I would never piss on anything in the day. I'm not a fucking animal. So I come out the bathroom. I'm thinking everything cool by y'all. I walk into the living room. My mom punched the absolute fuck out of me in my face. Punched the shit out of me. And I'm dramatic. So I fall all down and shit like that. I slide down the wall. I'm screaming and crying. And she is just cussing me out about pissing on a chair that I didn't piss on. You know what I'm saying? And like, I cried when she initially hit me, but when she was yelling at me, I stopped crying because I'm realizing like I don't know what the fuck she's talking about, you know? And because I couldn't defend myself and because I couldn't do anything because I was so young, if I was like 7 or 8, I would have said something. But I was like 5. I don't know how old I was. I was young though. I was really young. Like this is a very fresh memory. Um so I remember I'm just stopped crying. I just stopped crying and I was just holding my eye. But in my head I was like, so this is my inner dialogue as a 5-year-old. So I know I didn't piss in a chair. They know I didn't piss in a chair. If I walk outside right now and jump into traffic, what's gonna happen? You know what I'm saying? Like I just remember not even wanting to be there anymore because I was like, you didn't even wait to hear my side of the story. You know what I'm saying? You just automatically believed him, and you watched me. You watched me come into the house with you for the first time. That was crazy. Do y'all know? As I'm telling this lady this story, the first thing that this woman says out of her mouth, y'all, I am not lying. I put this on my life. She goes, "I didn't punch you in the face. I backhanded you." You know what? You know what? My bad. My bad for not getting the facts right on that motherfucking part. My bad. I said, do you really think, I called her by her first name. I said, do you really think, and I started laughing because I was like, there's no way. Do you really think that that was the appropriate response to what the fuck I just told you? This is how I'm talking to my mother, y'all. To my mother. So then we start getting deeper into it. And I'm like, you have to realize that. And then my mom, her defense is, I know I was the best mom in the world, and I eat that shit up every time. You weren't. You weren't. You weren't. One of the worst, actually. Bitch, if they had an award for the worst, you wouldn't be in the teens. I tell you that. You'd be top 10. I'm telling you. I'm not about to let you guilt trip me into being like, oh, you weren't that bad. You were. You were. You just were. And you're gonna have to eat that. You're gonna have to eat that. But she want people to satiate her and be like, no, it's okay. You were. It wasn't okay. It's still not okay. You lucky we don't live in the same state, or I'd two-piece the fuck out you in the middle of this conversation. So now it's now the conversation's starting to get loud and shit like that. Now we starting to like actually argue. And I'm like, you have to realize that some of the shit you used to say and do to me, like, you wouldn't do that to nobody except somebody you hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you used to hate me. Almost like I gave birth to you, bitch, and brought you life. You know what I'm saying? I used to be so confused on why you would ever do that and talk to a child like that. Especially your child, let alone any child. And I was like, one thing I say to my mom a lot is the axe never remembers the tree. I used to say this to her as a kid. I was like, you the axe, bitch. You are the axe. And you have never been able to grasp that a day in your life or a day in my life. You are the axe. So all this shit you used to do to me, all this shit you used to get done to me, all this shit you used to say to me, of course you don't remember because that shit was just Tuesday at 4 o'clock for you. For me, it was like, you know what I'm saying? I was scarred. Like, that's crazy. And I was like, all the stuff that I think about myself, the reason I think I'm not attractive and the reason I don't know how to be in a relationship and I don't know how to be somebody's partner is because I hear you or my inner dialogue. It's not me. It's you. It's your voice telling me I'm fucking stupid and I'm ugly. Mind you, you the one who never graduated. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna dig. I'm not gonna dig. But it's just like I was telling her, like, everything negative I feel about myself is because of you. Because I heard it come out of your mouth first when I was young as fuck. So how the fuck am I, you know what I'm saying? I all this confidence that I have now, all this audacity to say what I want, I taught myself that. I raised myself into the adult that I want to be. So I'm not blaming you. And that's what she was starting to cry and shit like that. Well, I guess I just failed. You did, but I don't need your apology now. A bitch about to be 30, you know what I'm saying? But what you can't do is ask me how I feel and then diminish how I feel by saying you didn't mean it or you tried your best. I don't give a fuck. I'm not blaming you. I don't need you to take responsibility for that shit no more. But when you ask me a question about it, you need to be able to eat what the fuck I'm finna tell you. Period. You know what I'm saying? Fuck taking accountability. I don't care about that, but you're not about to take away my experience. You can say you didn't do that shit all day long, but then just don't ask me about my experience involving you if you don't want to hear that shit. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I do not need you to apologize. I do not need you to defend yourself. All I need you to do is listen, especially when you ask me the motherfucking question first. So then that pissed her off even more. And if there's anybody who has mommy issues, daddy issues, parents know how to push your fucking buttons and they push them so specifically because they created the motherfucking buttons, right? So she starts popping off at the mouth talking about some, well, they're not your parents. And I was like, yeah, who? My adopted parents? I was like, bitch, yes, they are. Have you lost your fucking mind? And she was like, no, they not your parents. And I was like, the audacity for you to say these people aren't my parents when you haven't parented me in over 15 years. Oh, longer than that, bitch. And even when you were legally responsible for me, you verbally, vigorously, all the time said how you didn't want to be. You know what I'm saying? So the audacity for that to even come out your mouth is wild. And I said that. Pissed her off even more. This is where she starts to push my specific buttons, right? So if I haven't said it before, which I know I have because I talked about depression deep down in the way episodes. If y'all are new here, y'all should go listen to those. They was real real topic heavy. But I have depression and PTSD, right? And a part of my PTSD is abandonment, right? So really I have abandonment issues, is what I'm trying to say. Um and I lost my train of thought. Hold on. What was I just talking about? Fuck. Wow. Oh my god. I just lost it. What just happened to me? Oh, okay. Sorry. I got it back. That was weird. I felt like somebody just snatched it and threw it back. Um so I don't have the type of heart that can handle people say that can handle hearing people say why they don't want to be with me or why they don't want me around and shit like that. Like the reason I have no problem with ghosting people is because that's what I would prefer people to do to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I would really rather if somebody didn't want me, if they wanted to stop being friends with me, if they wanted to not be in a relationship with me anymore, I would much rather them just say nothing and just bye, just leave, you know? Because it's that lost puppy syndrome again. Like I was telling y'all before in the older episodes, like I just can't, my brain and my emotions and my heart can't fathom that. Like I don't need closure. I just need, if you're gonna leave, just leave. Because you leaving is gonna hurt a lot less than you telling me why you leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't do that. I can't handle it. Um, that's like my kryptonite. So this bitch gonna say, well, if those are your parents, then I don't want to have a relationship with you, and I don't think we could talk anymore. and I don't want to be your mom. And it just started to make my eyes water. Not that this bitch has ever been a mom, but it's just like I can't hear stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not about to let you hear me cry on the phone like you hurt my feelings, like I'm some soft ass bitch, which I am, but you don't need to know that. So I hung up on her. 10 minutes later, I tried to smoke a blunt, my hand shaking. I can't even enjoy my favorite candy and shit because you done pissed me off so much. Bitch, I was mad as hell. 10 minutes later, she sent me this long ass text message like, you so quick to hang up and cut people off and end conversations. You didn't even hear what else I was about to say. That's fine. And all this other shit that I didn't even really read. I sent it to my friend and had my friend was like, it wasn't that bad because it was a long ass text message and I was just like, I can't, you know. So I didn't even really read it to be honest with you, but I read like the first couple sentences. But um, and I sent her a text message back, mind you, without reading it, and I was like, the biggest disconnect me and you have is because from the day I was born, I've always felt like you didn't want me. And you've had this imaginary beef with me since that day. And I don't understand why. Because I was a kid. And now that I'm an adult and we don't talk as much, it's like you still trying to punish me for this imaginary beef that we have. And I don't know why we have it. You know what I'm saying? Um, And I was like, just the same thing I said before, like, I'm a grown ass woman now. I don't need you to defend yourself, and I'm not trying to blame you for anything. But when you bring up the topic of why I am the way I am, it's going to always lead back to you negatively. And if you do not like that, you cannot keep bringing these type of conversations up when you talk to me, because I am not your other two kids. I'm not going to spread your ass and kiss your asshole. I'm not. I'll shoot you in your fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll beat your ass before I ever kiss ass. I promise you. I'm not that child, you know? So, and then, oh, God, y'all, this story runs so deep. Hold on. So after I send that text message, we don't talk for like a month, right? So I wish I could tell y'all what was so shisty about what they did when my grandma died, but I'll tell y'all on the Patreon. I'm gonna make the Patreon $1 too, because I want y'all to actually like go over there. And I hate the thought of breaking people's pockets just to listen to me talk. Like I want the money, but like I would rather have it from like a sponsorship than y'all, because like I don't even want, like, you know, I just don't like that. But so I'll tell the fuller story in Patreon. But without talking to my mom, right? My mom, a few days ago, I get message just ping, 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 ping. My phone blowing the fuck up, just ding, 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 ding. I'm like, bitch, I ain't in no group chat. Who the fuck is that? You know? And it's my mom, and she is sending me pictures in Paris of her in Paris, and I was like, that's beautiful. You know, love that for you. Oh, y'all are not gonna understand why this pissed me off until I tell you this story. Okay, so a couple months back, we get real personal. Wow, I feel like I love y'all. A couple months back, um, my biological sister, who I have by this mom, her car got fucked up. Right, I have two nieces by this sister, and this sister has just always been my mom's favorite. Is dead ass the only child my mom meant to have. I'm not lying. And so she's treated her that way our entire childhood. And I'm in Florida. My sister is also in Florida. She lives in Orlando. My mom is still in Virginia Beach with the rest of my biological family. And so I'm out here basically by myself as far as biological family. My sister has a man and her two kids, right? And I live by myself. And my adopted parents live on the other side of town. Um, and so, you know, a bitch would like some help, but I'm not gonna ask for it because I just don't like to ask anybody for help. Like I'd rather just be dangling, right? I literally would like self sabotage all the way down. Um, and that's important to know with the story I'm about to tell y'all. So me and my sister don't have that good of a relationship because she tried my character a few years ago, and I was like, bet on my life I'll never talk to you again. So I've been keeping that up. But she's just not, you know, hella DUIs, very much an alcoholic. And she always just been like a mean spirited person. She probably not that way now because I haven't like had a conversation with her in like 5 years. So hopefully she changed. But from like childhood to teenage to young adult, she was just a fucking mess in every word of the way, which is so frustrating because if anybody has a lot of siblings, more than two, there's one child that's kind of unspokenly considered the golden child, right? This child has everything set up for them. Their future is just literally glossed the fuck up. Like you, if anybody gonna get it, you gonna get it, you know. And that's how my sister was, and she just fucked it, like fucked it all up the ass, no lube, you know, just ruined her life. And so it's frustrating because just like damn. But a few months ago, my sister fucked her car up doing God knows what, and my mom gave her $5,500. That's a lot of money to give somebody, right? So my mom called me to tell me she gave her $5,500. And if y'all haven't been able to tell by now, when I hear stupid shit, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, okay, good, that's good for you. I cannot be fake. I cannot be fake, especially if you bring it to me. If I stumble upon you and you say some stupid shit to me, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, and I'm gonna keep it pushing. When you bring it to me, meaning you want me to speak the truth on it, or you want to hear what I think about it, I'm gonna tell you exactly what the fuck I think, and it's not gonna be good. So I was like, are you stupid? And she was like, excuse me? And I was like, why would you give somebody with more than two DUIs $5,500 for a car? You know what I'm saying? That's weird. That's real weird. And she was like, well, she needed it, and I just couldn't bear thinking about her and the girls walking outside. And I was like, don't she live with a man? Her man couldn't have gave her $5,500. Her man couldn't have helped her get a new car. You know what I'm saying? Like that's weird. And she was like, well, and I was and assuming I was like, I don't understand having a man and asking your mama for $5,500. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't make no sense to me. Especially when y'all got a kid. Like somebody need that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm mad. I'm being a dickhead. So my mom go, well, she didn't even ask. She was just telling me about it, and I told her I would spot her to $5,500, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And I was like, can I ask you a question? She was like, yeah. I was like, do you see how it would make me feel some type of way if I've been in Florida for 3 years by myself, doing all this new shit, you know what I'm saying? Like getting a new place, like trying to get a new car, like all this stuff. And I'm the youngest, mind you. I'm the youngest. All of my other siblings are already in their 30s. I'm the only one still in my 20s. I am the youngest child. I was like, from how you used to treat us in childhood with Taj, that's my older sister, to now, you don't see how I would look at that as favoritism. You don't see how that would hurt my feelings, how you just have always given this one kid everything they could possibly think and then look at me with so much disdain. Like you don't even have an afterthought of if I may need help or anything like that, right? This is what she said to me. She was like, well, you're just always so cut off and shut off from everybody. Nobody knows how to get in contact with you and stuff like that. And I was like, all you got to do is call me. You know what I'm saying? You act like I got everybody blocked. I did for a while. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all did some shit that pissed me off. But if you really need to get in touch with me, all you got to do is call me. All you got to do is text me. Like I am not that. I am not. I am not the Grim Reaper, bitch. I am really easy to get in contact with, especially if you need me. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, it just makes me feel validated in how I think you feel about me because you have just never gave a fuck about me. You literally never have. Like, and I don't know what I did to make you dislike me so much. Like what like what I did to make you not want to help me in the same way you helped the other two. This bitch say, well, you don't ever ask me for anything. You don't ever do this. You don't ever do that. I said, you just said that she didn't have to ask. You just said that she didn't ask you for that money. You just felt that she needed it and you gave it to her. You know what I'm saying? So you're proving my point even more. Why the fuck is it that she don't have to ask for shit, but because I don't ask for shit, then you never give me shit? I said, you just contradicted the fuck out yourself. You just literally proved that you favor that child over me. You just said it. Well, she didn't have to ask. I knew she needed it. You know I need help. You know I'm out here by myself. You know I live alone. You know how expensive everything is. You know what I'm saying? I'm your youngest child. That means this is my first time doing all of this shit more than any of your other kids. But I'm the one who have to, because you want to see me beg, bitch. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. When I was getting adopted, um, I was in the courthouse, right? My mom didn't know I was in the courthouse. It was my mom, my aunt, and my mom's friend, and she was signing her rights over to like away, just to like not be my parent anymore. I heard my mom and my aunt talking shit about me, saying that I think I'm better than everybody, and I've always had like this thing about me since I was a child. Like I just always thought I was better than them and shit like that. And it's just like, and I'm not gonna lie, it hurt my feelings when I overheard that shit, because I was like, what the fuck have I ever done to make y'all think I'm better than y'all? But it's the choices that I made in life that are better than the choices they make in life, and I do them consciously and I do them on purpose so I don't live y'all fuck ass life. You know what I'm saying? And if you think that I think that I'm better than you because of that, that's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? You should have did better. Y'all favorite line is you did your best. Your best was shit. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't give a damn, you know? So I think because me being a flight attendant and traveling all over the world, and me not dating hood niggas, because my mom, every bitch in my life only date hood niggas, and I do not like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my nigga to tote a gun. I don't want my nigga's pants to be all sagging. I don't want him throwing up. I don't like that. That's not my shit. Love a hood nigga, respect a hood nigga, be bros with a hood nigga, but we not finna be any type of romantic thing. You know what I'm saying? And I think because my mom has always looked at me in that way, she want to see me grovel. She want to see me in the gutters. I'm not lying to you. Like, this bitch want to see me fail so bad, because then she can be an olive branch. Then she can reach out and be like, "Oh, see, now you need my help. Now mommy's here." And that's some wicked shit. That's some wicked shit. That's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what it always has been. I've always been a recluse in my emotions, in the way I feel, in my celebratories, in everything. Anything that I've ever celebrated, I wanted to be by myself. I've just always been. I've always known that if I'm by myself, can't nobody disappoint me. I've been locked in like that for a long time. And I just know that I don't want to live a bad life. That's why I don't want no kids. I don't want a life that I want to take a break from. I don't want to live a life that it's not fun. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live a life that I'm like, girl, I can't wait till somebody come get these fucking kids, or, you know what I'm saying? So I'm purposely moving in a way so I can enjoy my life. You know what I'm saying? And they fucking hate that. And that is so crazy. That is so crazy to me. But what can you do? So, knowing with that story that she gave my sister the $5,500, and then seeing those pictures of her in Paris, and I mean, she living good in Paris. Boat tour, food tour, hotel, pool, hot tub. You know what I'm saying? Living good in Paris. Living great in Paris. And I'd have been to Paris before. I didn't even know you could do half of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of guess the funny shit that they did after my grandma died. You know, you can kind of piece together. If you got it up here, you can kind of piece together what the fuck I'm trying to say. Um, and like I told y'all on that episode of me sobbing because my grandma passed away, like, me and my grandma were like this. My grandma didn't even give a fuck to say that I was her favorite child. She didn't give a damn. She was like, you everybody know. I don't give a damn. You are. Like, you just are. Like, me and my grandma was the same motherfucking person. Like, I was her doppelganger for sure. Like, without the looks. Emotionally and personality wise, I was her doppelganger. And we used to talk about it all the time, like, which is crazy because I mean my grandma was depressed, so we talked about dying all the time together. You know what I'm saying? Not together, but like separately together. You know, like at different times. Um, and so I would always tell her like I wanted her house, I wanted her to leave her house to me, and stuff like that. Like I was picking out little knickknacks of hers that I would want after she passed away and stuff like that. And she was like, "Yeah, you can have it all." And she told me something that I will not say on here, just in case my family be stalking me and shit. But she told me something that guaranteed the bullshit that they did after she died, I know is bullshit. You know? And it's just real fuddy duddy, the shit that my family got going on. And I hate how my attraction to self sabotage just I don't know, makes me keep feeding into this bullshit that I know is bullshit, that I know I'm always so much better without being in contact with these motherfuckers. But it's something about that biological and like evil part of my brain that's just like, no, bitch, you deserve to get hurt. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. So let me know what y'all think about that. And if y'all, I remember when I was first talking about my mommy issues in the earlier episodes, like some of y'all stories about mommy issues used to make me cry so hard because I was like, damn, like we really out here. We really out here. But yeah, guys, I was gonna talk about what else was I gonna talk about? I can't remember. Oh, I was gonna talk about this is such a heavy shift. This is such a heavy shift. But I kinda wanted to talk about it a little bit because I saw a clip of it on TikTok and I tried to watch the whole thing and I hope I did, but I was not going to YouTube, so hopefully I watched the whole clip and I don't sound ignorant or hypocrite. But I saw the clip of Victoria Monet talking about how women only approach her sexually. And I want to talk to y'all about that a little bit. So when I was listening to that, it made, because I'm bisexual, right? And I am a very even bisexual, I like to call myself. I like men and women 50-50 now because I'm pretty sure I was a lesbian for the first like couple years of my life because I was so scared of dick. Like I didn't touch a man sexually until I was 20, and bitch, I'm about to be 28, so that was only 7 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, coochie, love down. Been eating coochie since I could walk. I'm just joking. I swear to God, I'm joking. Why did I say that? Oh my God, that's not true. But it started early. But it just made me, hearing her say that made me realize why lesbians don't fuck with bisexual women. You know what I'm saying? And as a bisexual woman, I've been through it before where my girlfriend at the time or my partner at the time was kind of iffy about our relationship because it's just like when you and you can hear it when a lot of bisexual women talk, especially bisexual women who have only had most of their sexual experiences or romantic experiences with men. You can hear it in the way they talk. It's always him, his. You know what I'm saying? He. And it's just like if I know that you are romantically drawn to men more, but I know you just like fucking with women, as a lesbian, why would I ever go into this taking you seriously? You know what I'm saying? And that's what she was saying. Like, oh, women just, they only want me sexually and they only talk about my body. And it's just like, well, what if I want more than that? Because I'm already coming into this knowing that you want more than that with a man. I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? When people ask you about your future, you saying him, he, his, him, he, him, who, him. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and also, because I've had a lesbian experience longer than a bisexual one, a lot of women, when they're bisexual, they mean they just want their pussy ate by a woman. Let's just talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Because if we gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. A lot of the times when women say they're bisexual, that means they just want a woman to eat their pussy. They wouldn't dare touch a pussy. They wouldn't get married to a woman. They wouldn't introduce their family to a woman. They wouldn't be in a long-term relationship with a woman. They just want sex with a woman. That's what a lot of bisexual women want. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why would you ever think I was gonna take you serious unless that was a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it also like it's a precautionary thing. It really is because if I'm already knowing if I just like women, if I'm only romantically and sexually attracted to women, getting to know somebody who is attracted to men like is already like a because I don't care what nobody say. Don't nobody want to lick or come after a dick. Nobody. Nobody. No pun intended either. I mean that literally. Like nobody wants to do that. A man, they don't wash correctly. Like, so you had a man up in there and you want me to absolutely the fuck not. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it's already a touchy. You know what I'm saying? And you can say, well, it's y'all fault for trying to talk to a bisexual woman. It's just like, I mean, not really. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, outside of the having the conversation of you guys being something serious, can really fuck whoever the fuck you want to. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing where it's just like, it's not like an aha moment. It's like the fact that you can call it an aha moment is why I'm not taking you serious in the first place. Like, do y'all understand what I'm trying to say? And then also, it made me realize like how deep like the patriarchy goes even in the LGBTQIA community, because it's just like the gall to say women only want me for my body and shit like that, as if that hasn't been the track record for men since the dawn of these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, she was like, women do me so dirty. Women do me so dirty. How many albums and songs you got about niggas doing you the exact same way? No, it's not a competition. I'm not saying that, but it's just like, why is it the excuse for you not to be with a woman because women are treating you the same way that niggas historically and famously treat women? You see what I'm trying to say? You see what I'm trying to say? I don't know if I'm articulating this well, but it's just like, you'll take that over sexualized shit from a man because you expect it from a man, but when a woman does the same thing knowing that you attracted to men, all of a sudden she the bad guy. I don't know. And I don't know if I interpreted that too wrong, so I probably did, because like I said, I don't know if I watched the whole clip. But I don't know. I think a lot of us bisexual women have a disconnect when it comes to um being gay, like liking women. Like there's a huge disconnect between lesbians and bisexuals, and it's that dick. It just is, it just is. I've been in that situation where I've been with a woman and she got pregnant, and I was like, by what? You know what I'm saying? By because bitch, there's no way, because you said you like girls, and the only way to get pregnant is riding dick. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, and that's a terrible way to get got as a lesbian, as a bisexual who is committed to women. You know what I'm saying? That's a big ass slap in the face. It's almost harder than being in a straight relationship and he have a baby on you. It almost hurt worse because bitch, you're not even supposed to like that. You know what I'm saying? Like So I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of gay motherfuckers that watch this podcast too. So I hope that y'all understand what I'm trying to say, especially the lesbians, because I felt I'm not gonna lie, I was a lesbian for a long time. I was so scared of penis. I was like, but yeah. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap this episode up because I don't know. I don't know what to talk about anymore. But I'll be back in hopefully another video episode. And I'm gonna I recorded like a apartment tour that I'm gonna put on Patreon. But there's a couple more videos that I want to upload before I even like put the link out for y'all to go rejoin. There's just a couple things I want to clean up over there, because the first time I did it, it was not cute. Like, and I was like in a space of where recording was just not comfortable for me. So, like, spatially and like mentally. So, but now I'm good. So I'll get a couple videos out for you on there, and I'll already post them so that way when y'all join, y'all have a couple shit to watch. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.